All you do is pick it up and get started. But today we're going to start the study guide. We're not going to finish the study guide today. So today and tomorrow we'll do the study guide. Thursday we'll play our game. All right. Now, number 1 on our study guide says, explain why the Aztec people had to find a new home. Somebody raise your hands for me, Makai. Why did they have to find a new home? What happened?
Because the other ones tried to destroy their old ones, so
Okay, let's try it. Dylan, what do you think? No, the other tribe didn't destroy their home. Something happened. What happened, Adam? They what? No, well, they did get banished. Yeah, they got banished. But why did they get banished, Marcus? Very good. What do you call what they did to the Indian princess? Sacrifice. So for number 1, it says, explain why the Aztec people had to find a new home. Why did they have to find a new home? They were banished because they sacrificed the other tribe's Indian princess. Very good. They sacrificed the other tribe's Indian princess. What does it mean to sacrifice something? Okay, they killed her. You're right. Sacrificing, they killed it. Yes. B-A-N-I-S-H. Go ahead. Leave it on your desk for right now, and I need to give you a study. They were banished because they sacrificed the Indian princess from the other tribe. Write it in your own words so that you can remember. So if I ask you to explain it, you can. Everybody has their own way of writing something. Write it in your own words. I still see a few people writing. We'll give you a couple more minutes. They banished the tribe because they sacrificed the other tribe's Indian princess. Do you need the answer? On number 1, they banished. Thank you, Marcellus. That's nice of you. All right, number 2, explain how they knew they had found their new home. What was their sign that they had found their new home? Aurora?
the eagle had the snake in his mouth.
All right, and what was he standing on? What was he standing on? Not a stone. Dylan? A cactus. So they knew they had found their new home because they were told that when they saw an eagle sitting on a cactus with a snake in its mouth, that they would find their new home. And that is what they saw. They saw an eagle sitting on a cactus with a snake in its mouth. Remember, you have to put this in your own words. I'm giving you, we're working on the answers, but you have to do this yourself. Because on the test Friday, you have to remember it the way you can. They were told that would be a sign, and when they saw that, they knew that they
Texaco.
Texcoco. They built their island, or they built their new city or empire. Texcoco. T-E-X. C-O. C-O. Texcoco. T-E-X. C-O-C-O. Texcoco. That's probably not how they really said it, but it's close enough for us. Okay. Number 4, the name of their new city was? The name of their new city was what? No, not the city they founded. What is it?
Mexico?
No, not Mexico. Not Texaco, that's a gas station. Starts with a T. You're trying. Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan. I can't say it now. I was saying it before.
How do you spell that?
I'm going to spell it for you right now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
T-E-N. O-C-H.
O-C-H.
T-I-T-L. A-N. Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan. Close enough. All right. Close enough. Close enough. Thank you. Dylan, the Aztecs practiced blank sacrifice. Human sacrifice. H-U-M-A-N. Human. Human sacrifice. And the next question says, why did they feel they needed to practice that type of sacrifice? Why did they think that, Makai?
They felt like their hearts would feed their gods.
They felt that the beating heart would feed the gods.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen, Dylan, if they don't do it?
If they don't do it, it's not enough.
Right. They thought that the heart was going to feed the gods, and if they didn't do it, the sun wouldn't come up the next day. It would be the end of time. Remember when we watched the Cortez movie?
Yeah.
The Indian guide that was with Cortez said that even Montezuma gave blood a couple times a day to the gods. I don't know what they did in order to do that, but maybe. Maybe. That's right. We'll have it back. Here, I need to give you this. What did we talk about? The Aztec people were what? What did they do? What was their main job? What? Oh, that's okay. It's not a problem. What did they do? What kind of job did they do? Does anybody remember? No. Dylan? No. What did they have to do to eat? What kind of job did? What kind of job did they have? No, that wasn't their job. That was something that they did. Alondra, what kind of job did they have?
Forgot.
Farming. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job, Eduardo. They were farmers. The Aztec people were farmers. Who remembers what they called the gardens they made? What were they called? They had a name. They had a name. What was the name? No one remembers? What What were they, Marcellus? We had men that were farmers. We talked about that already. Adam, what were they?
Hunters.
Not hunters. What were they, Jameer? When you go to war, you're called a what, Aurora? A warrior. We made the Aztec shields. They were warriors. So even though they were allowed to own land and they farmed, they also, the men actually were warriors. W-A-R-R-I-O-R. Remember, this is your study guide, so it's okay, as long as you know the answer. Yes, sir. Oh, you want the next one? Who was Montezuma? Who was Montezuma, Kenan? Wasn't well. No, it wasn't the dude who came. Who was it, Alondra?
The ruler of the
It was
Aztecs.
the ruler of the Aztecs, Montezuma. There was Montezuma 1 and there was Montezuma 2. Montezuma was ruler of the Aztecs. All right. Number 9. I need you to turn your paper over. Turn your paper over. And you're going to draw a pyramid. And I know I said step pyramid, but I think it would be easier for you just to draw a pyramid. And you're going to divide it into 1, 2, 3, 5 little areas. My step pyramid looks like this. But it needs to have 5 areas so that you have 5 spots to write. We're going to talk about their social status. Remember, we have an upper class, a middle class, and a lower class. They have their classes as well. So you need to draw a pyramid. You can draw just a straight pyramid, or you can draw the other. It's up to you. Up to you. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. Whatever's easier for you. Looks pretty good to me. 5 steps. Yes, sir. Honey, I don't care as long as you have room to write your 5 steps. If you drew a regular pyramid, just draw lines to make 5 little spots inside your pyramid. Who thinks they know who the very top of the pyramid is? Who is the very top? Who is the very, very top of that pyramid? Jameer. Montezuma, which is the what? Ruler. So the king or the ruler is at the very top of your pyramid. King. King Montezuma. Or King Montezuma II. Or the other kings that I can't say their names. Okay, the first one is the king. In the next step, so step number 2, or line 2 right below him, are his advisors. A-D-V-I-S-E-R-S. It says E. Advisors. Yes, you may get tissue. His advisors. A-D, and I believe you're right, it is an O. I think this is wrong. A-D-V-I-S-O-R-S. Step number 3 are the nobles.
What do I click on?
Push the button